Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to Proku no Hero. Today we're talking about another Black Clover video, and this has to do with Fuegoleon, and how was he exactly defeated? How was he nearly killed? How did his arm get cut off? How was he rendered unconscious for months? We know that Patri, or I guess Licht, had something to do with it, but we're going to be talking about that a lot in this video. And this video will include manga spoilers, so if you have not read the manga, you will be spoiled if you have not, already went through the spoilers. I will leave a link down below in the description to where you can go check out the manga at Viz and go read it from there. But anyways, please do leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and let's get into it. Fuegoleon was introduced early on in the series of Black Clover, and he was a character that seemingly everyone liked. He was a captain, a very powerful captain with fire magic, and was of royal blood. Despite his elite bloodline, Fuegoleon was different from the other royals, as he didn't treat people of lesser birth poorly. Fuegoleon's slogan really personifies his beliefs of other people. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of, but staying weak is. Fuegoleon didn't care how or where you were born, how much mana or what magic type, as long as you worked your way up and became strong and worked your way out of situations, then he would like and respect you and would treat you no differently. This is why very early on, Fuegoleon became a very popular character among the fandom, and not only just in the fandom, and in the actual story he was very well liked. And what happened to him was a huge reason why it caused a rift in the series for some people. Some people really like Fuegoleon, and just like that, they would like the story a bit less because their new favorite character had actually been taken out. It was explained that Patri, or rather Licht at the time, had trapped Fuegoleon and then did this to him, but based on what we do know, it seems that even if Fuegoleon was trapped, that Patri shouldn't have been able to do this to Fuegoleon by himself. And there's actually a decent bit of evidence that shows that Patri wasn't working by himself. And I'm going to go over this information throughout the video. A few months ago, we got information from a chapter where Fuegoleon reflected back onto what happened to him when he was nearly killed. This is in chapter 172, after he saves Leopold from Elf Randall. And this is when Fuegoleon thinks back to the day when he encountered Patri, and when Valtos had teleported him there. We see who Fuegoleon first saw was actually William and not Patri. This is shown as William is wearing the Eye of the Midden uniform during their interaction. But how from this was Fuegoleon defeated? How did he get his arm cut off? Fuegoleon should have been on guard at this moment. Even though he saw an ally in Captain William Bonjans, he should have been suspicious since he was wearing an Eye of the Midnight Sun uniform, not his regular captain uniform. Here's another conundrum. Yami confirms that Fuegoleon would have easily defeated Patri. So how did Patri cut off Fuegoleon's arm and steal his magic stone if Fuegoleon was a lot stronger? And it couldn't have been William because Patri said that he did it via a trap. And even if it was William, I don't think he is strong enough. His most powerful spell takes a long time to actually work, and seemingly Fuegoleon would have the elemental advantage, as it would be fire versus trees. But I actually do think that Yuki Tabata, the mangaka and creator of the series, put in enough context clues as to what really happened to Fuegoleon and how he was taken down. When Fuegoleon was in that weird room, when he was teleported there are 3 magic rings that are floating in the air. Well, actually 3 big magic rings, each with one smaller ring in the middle. This is oddly similar to the magic ring Third Eye's forbidden magic. The rings are the same way, in that they are big rings with letters inside of them. Also, the style or symbols of the letters are very similar to that of the forbidden magic from the ones that Fuegoleon sees in the room. But I think one of the most damning pieces of evidence is that there are 3 of these rings, matching exactly with how many members there are in the Third Eye. It would make a lot of sense that if Fuegoleon was defeated by a group effort of Patri and the Third Eye, Veto, Fauna, and Raya, that would really make sense if it was a group effort that defeated him. In fact, I would not be surprised if Patri was at first fighting Fuegoleon and was losing, and thus he had to call in the Third Eye. This would make a whole bunch of sense based on the reputation of Fuegoleon's power. It does seem that Fuegoleon and Mirio had similar power levels in their base forms, but with Mereoleona having higher physical strength advantage, as it was a higher level of mana control, thanks to her living in the wild and high mana zone. But with how easily Mereoleona disposed of Third Eye Raya, and the fact that she could hold her own against Elf Raya, Elf Rill Lyra, and 3 other elves really shows how powerful she is, and in a way, shows us how powerful Fuegoleon is. In fact, even if Fuegoleon was only half as powerful as Mereoleona, he should be able to at least somewhat hold off Patry, plus the third eye in their base forms. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Fuegoleon had actually drawn out the third eye forms of each member of the third eye. Since when Veto said that his third eye had been drawn out, he didn't seem surprised at all. It seems like he already knew that that could happen, and he said he was like surprised that Noelle was able to draw him out. And it seems like he has had his third eye triggered before. Well, I know people choose to believe that Fuegoleon is really not that strong, because they say, oh, well, Patry did that to him. Well, again, Patry said it was a trap. Yami confirms that Fuegoleon is far stronger than Patry, so it makes sense that if this was either the third eye taking down Fuegoleon, or the third eye plus Patry taking down Fuegoleon. And now people will say that he's not that strong in his base form, because he's really only mainly strong now because of the Fire Spirit Salamander. We need to remember, though, that he defeated Elf Kaiser with a base form punch, as he sacrificed his Salamander briefly to the Vortex magic to take Kaiser off guard. The Elf's incredible natural mana acts as reinforcement magic, and we need to remember that Kaiser was a captain level mage before the Elf reincarnation, and that the Elven form is a massive mana boost. In fact, the differences in power and Elf mana to regular mana is greater than from a base form third eye member to the third eye form self-destruct magic spell. As Raya did this when he was in a self-destruct spell against Zora, Mirio, and Asta, but when he transformed into an elf soon after that, they thought that his mana was even greater than a self-destruct magic. And Fuegoleon, with a reinforced punch, knocked out Elf Kaiser. So it would make sense that if Patry paired the third eye, that they would barely be able to take down Fuegoleon and really actually not even kill him, but only just get his eye or arm ripped off and not even be able to fully kill him, because Fuegoleon is an absolute beast. And it would make sense that they could take him down, as not only would it be a 4 versus 1, but Raya has the ability to use water magic, which could turn the tide of battle, as Fuegoleon would have to face not only a 4v1, but where one of those mages is very strong and has water magic. So this is how I think Fuegoleon was defeated, is that it was a team up of the third eye and Patry. I don't think it was William that did it. I don't think that Patry did this by himself. Now, it does say that basically Patry was the one to cut off his arm, which he really very well could. He can make light swords, and if Fuegoleon was weakened, or I guess taken off guard when he was fighting the third eye, then yeah, Patry could cut off his arm. And so that's just kind of what I'm going with for now. Not only would this be really cool to see in a flashback of Fuegoleon taking on the third eye and Patry by himself, this would show really how strong Fuegoleon is. He should be very powerful, even just in his base form. As, again, when Fuegoleon was fighting Kaiser and Mereoleona was fighting Veto, they try to make it seem like as if they were equals. Now, if they're equals because Fuegoleon has a Salamander now, or if they're equals in base, don't necessarily know, but I do not think that Fuegoleon is that far behind from Mereoleona in their base forms, and that would be 100% proven if he actually was taking on all the third eye and Patry by himself, and was also trapped while doing that. But what do you guys think down below? Do you think that Fuegoleon fought the third eye, or do you think that it was just Patry and he got lucky with his trap? Let me know your thoughts down below. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...